Stress, it is something we all feel, something that seems to follow us no matter where we are or what we do. Whether it is the constant stream of notifications on your phone, deadlines looming at work, or the weight of personal relationships, the modern world has a way of keeping us on edge. But what if I told you that the answers to managing this relentless stress are not found in the latest self-help book or trending app? What if the secrets to finding calm and clarity in the chaos of life were discovered over 2,000 years ago? Picture this: ancient philosophers walking through the bustling streets of Rome, wrestling with questions about life, emotions, and the human experience. These thinkers, the Stoics, faced their own challenges, from political unrest to personal loss, yet they developed profound strategies to navigate the storms of life with unwavering composure. In this video, we are diving into 15 ancient Stoic strategies to manage stress, timeless techniques that are not just philosophical in theory, but incredibly practical in today's fast-paced world. So, if you have ever felt overwhelmed or struggled to find peace amidst the noise, stay with us as we explore how the wisdom of the past can transform the way you approach stress today. Now turning to the first strategy, we explore a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, acknowledging what you can and cannot control. This principle, introduced by the Stoic teacher Epictetus, challenges us to draw a clear line between the things that are within our power and those that are not. To put it simply, Epictetus reminds us that some things are up to us and some things are not. Once you embrace this idea, you start to release the unnecessary weight of trying to control the uncontrollable. Think about the stress caused by a delayed flight, an unexpected storm, or someone else's opinion of you. No matter how much it frustrates you, no amount of effort can change the outcome of these external events. But here is the shift. While you cannot control the event itself, you have full power over how you respond to it. This perspective is liberating because it allows you to focus your energy on things you can influence, like your attitude, decisions, and actions. Imagine being stuck in traffic. Instead of letting the frustration build, ask yourself, is this within my control? The answer is no. What is within your control is how you spend that time, maybe listening to an audiobook or practicing deep breathing to stay calm. By narrowing your focus to what is truly within your sphere of control, you clear away the mental clutter that amplifies stress. This strategy helps you regain a sense of agency in your life, turning your attention to what really matters and letting the rest simply be. With this mindset in place, you create a mental environment where stress has less power over you. And so, as we move forward, let us see how this fundamental principle sets the stage for the next strategy in our journey to mastering stress. Moving forward, let us delve into how this principle, acknowledging what you can and cannot control, can be put into action in daily life. Picture this: you are at work and a tight deadline suddenly moves even closer. The stress starts building as you realize you cannot control your boss's decision to change timelines or your colleagues' missed contributions. What you can control, however, is how you approach your tasks. Break them down into manageable steps, prioritize effectively, and focus on delivering your best effort under the circumstances. Instead of wasting energy on frustrations, channel it into productive actions. Another example could be in your relationships. Suppose a friend or family member reacts negatively to something you said. You cannot control how they feel, but you can control how you respond. Avoid escalating the situation. Instead, choose to listen, empathize, and clarify your intentions. This approach not only diffuses stress but also strengthens relationships. Now, when it comes to unexpected life events such as losing a job or facing a personal setback, this principle becomes even more crucial. Start by identifying the aspects of the situation that are beyond your control, like the timing or the decisions of others. Then shift your focus to what you can do, such as updating your resume, learning a new skill, or seeking support from loved ones. To make this mindset a consistent part of your life, consider incorporating practical exercises. Journaling is a fantastic way to regularly assess what is within your sphere of control. At the end of the day, write down the events that caused stress and divide them into two columns: things you could control and things you could not. This simple practice trains your mind to separate the two naturally over time. Another technique is to start your day with a brief mental exercise. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? Then consciously determine which parts of those challenges are within your power to influence. This prepares your mind to stay grounded and calm no matter what arises. By applying this principle consistently, you strengthen your ability to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience and clarity. And now, equipped with the understanding of this strategy, let us turn our attention to another timeless Stoic insight that builds on this foundation: the idea of embracing fate with grace. Now turning to the next profound Stoic strategy, we delve into the concept of Amor Fati, which translates to love of fate. At its core, Amor Fati encourages us to embrace everything that happens in life, whether it is pleasant or challenging, as if we had chosen it ourselves. This mindset is not about passive acceptance or resignation. It is about finding meaning and even gratitude in every experience, no matter how difficult it might seem. Imagine facing an unexpected roadblock in your plans. Instead of lamenting the inconvenience or wishing things were different, Amor Fati invites you to reframe the situation. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger or wiser? Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the great Stoic thinkers, often wrote about viewing obstacles as opportunities. He believed that every difficulty we encounter is a chance to exercise virtue and grow as individuals. For example, if you lose an opportunity at work, instead of succumbing to disappointment, you could view it as a moment to refine your skills, seek new pathways, or gain a clearer understanding of your true aspirations. When life throws you unexpected hardships, such as a personal loss or a sudden change in circumstances, Amor Fati encourages you to lean into the experience rather than resist it. By doing so, you transform your mindset from wishing for something else to appreciating the path you are on, complete with its highs and lows. This approach alleviates the stress of fighting against reality and instead puts your energy into adapting and thriving. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Each obstacle in this view is not a barrier but a stepping stone. By cultivating a practice of Amor Fati, you shift from a mindset of resistance to one of acceptance and empowerment, which opens the door to resilience and peace of mind. Now that we have explored this transformative perspective, let us take it a step further and discuss how we can actively turn life's obstacles into opportunities for growth. Moving forward, let us explore how the practice of Amor Fati can help us turn life's obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. In our daily lives, challenges often seem like insurmountable barriers. However, when we embrace Amor Fati, these same challenges transform into opportunities to learn and evolve. For example, imagine you are stuck in traffic on a busy morning. Instead of feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, you could use this time to reflect, listen to an inspiring podcast, or practice mindfulness. By reframing the situation, the obstacle of traffic becomes an opportunity to cultivate patience, self-awareness, or even gratitude for having the chance to slow down in a fast-paced world. Similarly, consider a failed project at work. While it is easy to feel defeated, Amor Fati encourages you to analyze what went wrong and identify areas for improvement. This setback becomes a teacher, helping you refine your skills and build resilience for future success. The same principle applies to personal relationships. Suppose a disagreement with a loved one feels emotionally taxing. Instead of focusing solely on the discomfort, look for what the conflict reveals. perhaps it sheds light on unspoken expectations or areas where communication can improve. In this way, difficulties in relationships can strengthen bonds and deepen understanding. By choosing to view obstacles not as roadblocks but as stepping stones, you reduce the stress of resistance and focus your energy on growth. This shift in perspective promotes adaptability and inner strength, two key ingredients for resilience. One practical way to practice this reframing is to ask empowering questions when faced with challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" or "How can I use this experience to grow?" These questions shift your focus from frustration to learning, making even the toughest moments feel purposeful. When you embrace Amor Fati fully, you begin to see life not as a series of random events but as a carefully woven tapestry with each thread, whether pleasant or painful, contributing to the richness of your story. This mindset not only reduces stress but also fosters a sense of empowerment and peace, helping you navigate life's uncertainties with grace. Now, as we leave behind the concept of Amor Fati, let us step into another powerful Stoic practice, negative visualization, and uncover how it can help us prepare for life's challenges with strength and clarity. Now turning to the practice of negative visualization, this ancient Stoic technique encourages us to imagine worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on fear, but to foster a deeper appreciation for the present and to mentally prepare for life's uncertainties. At first glance, this might sound counterintuitive. Why would anyone actively think about something going wrong? Yet, the Stoics believed that by contemplating potential challenges in advance, we can reduce the fear of the unknown and strengthen our ability to face adversity. Picture this: you wake up tomorrow and one of your most valued possessions, perhaps your phone or your car, is no longer functional. While inconvenient, taking a moment to visualize this possibility today allows you to reflect on how much you rely on these items and to appreciate them while they are still in your life. This form of mental rehearsal creates a buffer against future stress, as you are less likely to be overwhelmed if such a misfortune actually occurs. Similarly, consider the relationships you cherish. By imagining life without a close friend or family member, not in a morbid way but with the intent of valuing their presence, you may find yourself more inclined to express gratitude, spend quality time, or resolve minor conflicts rather than letting them linger. Negative visualization is not about pessimism. It is about cultivating resilience and a deeper sense of gratitude. When you recognize that certain hardships are always a possibility, you become better equipped to handle them should they arise. At the same time, you learn to savor the aspects of your life that are easy to overlook in the rush of daily routines. This practice not only diffuses fear, but also enriches your capacity for mindfulness and appreciation. Preparing for the unexpected does not mean living in worry. It means fortifying your inner calm so that life's challenges feel less daunting. With this in mind, let us now explore the practical steps to integrate negative visualization into your daily life, ensuring you develop mental clarity and emotional strength to navigate whatever comes your way. Moving forward, let us break down how you can incorporate the practice of negative visualization into your everyday life. Begin by setting aside just a few quiet minutes each day, free from distractions. This could be in the morning to set the tone for your day, or in the evening when reflecting on your experiences. During this time, choose one aspect of your life to focus on: your health, your possessions, or your relationships, for example. Imagine a scenario where this aspect changes unexpectedly. What if you were to lose it, even temporarily? Picture what that would feel like, but do so with the aim of building mental readiness, not to spiral into fear. For instance, if you are focusing on your career, envision an unforeseen challenge like a missed promotion or an unexpected project deadline. How would you calmly navigate such a situation? What steps would you take to adapt and move forward without panic? By mentally rehearsing these possibilities in advance, you create a blueprint for resilience. Another approach is to reflect on the impermanence of daily conveniences. For example, on your next commute, consider how differently your day might unfold if your car broke down or public transit was delayed. How might you respond with patience rather than frustration? These small exercises train your mind to stay composed when life throws you off balance. You can also extend this practice to your personal relationships by reminding yourself that every interaction is a gift. What if today was the last chance to express appreciation to a loved one? Such reflections are not meant to be morbid, but to inspire you to nurture kindness and gratitude. Remember, this is a practice rooted in moderation. Rather than dwelling on endless negative scenarios, aim to dedicate just a few minutes to this exercise. This brief but deliberate practice will instill a sense of preparedness and help you savor the present more deeply. Over time, you will find that thinking ahead in this structured way reduces the grip of anxiety and strengthens your emotional resilience. As you develop this habit, you may notice that life's inevitable curveballs feel less daunting, and your capacity to remain calm and adaptable grows exponentially. With this foundation of preparedness in mind, let us now delve into the next strategy, which highlights the power of self-reflection in managing stress. Now turning to the practice of self-reflection, we uncover a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. The ancient Stoics believed that a life examined regularly is a life of progress and peace. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, famously advocated for nightly self-reflection as a way to cultivate wisdom and reduce internal turmoil. Each evening, Seneca would take a moment to pause and review his day with honesty and clarity. He would ask himself questions like, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Did I act in alignment with my values, or did I let emotions carry me away? This simple yet profound practice allowed him to identify strengths, acknowledge mistakes without dwelling on them, and set an intentional course for improvement. By reflecting in this manner, he turned each day into a stepping stone toward greater self-awareness and personal growth. Imagine applying this in your own life. At the end of your day, set aside a few quiet moments to sit with your thoughts. Begin by reviewing your actions, words, and decisions with an open mind. Were there moments when you felt stressed or overwhelmed? What triggered those feelings, and how did you respond? Did your responses align with the person you strive to be? This is not an exercise in self-criticism, but in learning and improving. It is about uncovering opportunities to handle future situations with grace and composure. Self-reflection also helps you recognize patterns in your behavior, allowing you to break unhelpful habits and reinforce positive ones. For example, if you notice that impatience during your daily commute often sets the tone for a stressful day, you might explore ways to approach the situation differently, perhaps through mindfulness or a shift in perspective. Over time, these nightly reflections create a sense of clarity, empowering you to navigate challenges with greater ease. In a world that often pulls us in many directions at once, self-reflection serves as a moment to reconnect with your core values and intentions. It provides a mental pause, a way to reset and realign. By consistently practicing this, you not only reduce stress but also build a foundation of inner strength and wisdom, much like the Stoics themselves. With this strategy in mind, let us now explore how to transform this reflective habit into a sustainable part of your daily routine. Now turning to the idea of building a reflection habit, let us explore simple ways to integrate this practice into your daily life. One effective method is to start journaling before bed. Take a few minutes each evening to write down your thoughts, focusing on the events of the day. You could begin with prompts like, what went well today? Or, what challenges did I face and how did I respond? Writing helps you process emotions and identify patterns with clarity, making it easier to address them over time. If journaling seems daunting, consider using a guided app designed for self-reflection. Many of these tools offer prompts and reminders to help you stay consistent, even on busy days. The key is to make this practice simple and sustainable. You do not need to write extensively or reflect on every detail of your day. Instead, focus on meaningful moments that stood out, both positive and challenging. By doing so, you train your mind to recognize what truly matters and let go of trivial stressors. This habit fosters clarity by giving you the space to untangle your emotions and thoughts, creating a more peaceful mental state. Over time, self-reflection enhances self-awareness, which is crucial for managing stress. When you understand your triggers and reactions, you gain the power to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For instance, if you notice that negative self-talk often spikes during periods of high stress, reflecting on those moments can help you reframe your mindset with compassion and resilience. Remember, the goal here is not perfection but progress. By committing to small, consistent steps, the practice of reflection becomes a natural and beneficial part of your routine. It is a simple yet profound way to reduce stress and reconnect with your values. Now, as we delve into the next strategy, let us discover how embracing voluntary discomfort can build resilience and gratitude. Moving forward, let us explore the concept of practicing voluntary discomfort, a powerful Stoic strategy that might seem counterintuitive at first but carries profound benefits. This practice involves purposefully stepping out of your comfort zone to experience minor hardships, not because suffering is the goal, but because it trains your mind to endure challenges with resilience and composure. By exposing yourself to controlled discomfort, you build mental toughness and a deeper sense of gratitude for the comforts you often take for granted. Stoics like Seneca advocated for acts such as fasting, wearing simple clothing, or spending time without material luxuries. The idea is not to punish yourself, but to remind yourself that you are capable of adapting and thriving even when conditions are less than ideal. For example, going a day without your favorite foods or enduring cold weather without relying heavily on extra layers can help you realize how much you rely on external sources for comfort. These small, deliberate acts of discomfort condition your mind to remain steady when unexpected difficulties arise. They also shift your focus from complaints to appreciation. Imagine how much more satisfying a warm meal feels after fasting, or how much more enjoyable your home seems after a night spent camping outdoors. These experiences create contrast, making the ordinary feel extraordinary. Over time, this practice reduces stress by helping you see that discomfort is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity to grow. It builds a mindset of resilience, teaching you that while external circumstances may not always be perfect, your inner strength can carry you through. By reframing discomfort as a training ground for your mental and emotional fortitude, you take proactive steps to prepare for life's unexpected challenges. This ancient practice holds even more value in our modern world, where convenience often dulls our capability to handle adversity. Now, as we turn to the next part of this strategy, let us explore how modern adaptations of voluntary discomfort can be seamlessly integrated into your daily life. Now turning to modern ways of practicing voluntary discomfort, let us consider simple yet effective actions that can fit seamlessly into your daily routine. One approach is starting your day with a cold shower. While it may seem uncomfortable at first, this practice not only invigorates your senses but also trains your mind to face unpleasant situations calmly. Another method is skipping small indulgences, such as your favorite snack or morning coffee. By doing so, you remind yourself that your happiness does not need to rely on these comforts. Digital detoxes are another powerful way to practice voluntary discomfort in our increasingly technology-driven world. Consider setting aside a few hours or even an entire day without using your phone, social media, or other digital devices. The initial unease you feel can help you recognize how dependent you might be on constant stimulation. Over time, these moments of deliberate disconnection can not only reduce stress but also improve your focus and mental clarity. Other ideas include walking or biking instead of driving short distances, choosing stairs over elevators, or even sleeping on the floor occasionally to break away from routine comforts. Each of these acts might seem insignificant, but they contribute to building resilience and shifting your mindset. By intentionally stepping away from comfort, you develop a deeper appreciation for what you have while becoming better equipped to handle challenges in life. These moments remind you that true strength lies within, independent of external conditions. Moving forward, let us explore how the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control can transform the way we approach relationships and interpersonal stress. Moving forward, let us delve into how the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control can fundamentally shift the way we handle relationships. At its core, this principle teaches us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. In the realm of relationships, this means accepting that while we cannot dictate how others behave, we have complete authority over how we choose to respond to them. This idea is liberating because it removes the burden of trying to change others, an effort that often leads to frustration and stress. Imagine you are dealing with a difficult coworker or a friend who consistently lets you down. By applying the dichotomy of control, instead of exhausting yourself trying to alter their behavior, you recognize that their actions are outside your sphere of influence. What you can control, however, is your reaction, perhaps by calmly expressing your feelings, setting healthy boundaries, or even choosing to let go of the relationship if it harms your peace of mind. This perspective allows you to focus your energy on maintaining your own emotional equilibrium, rather than getting entangled in futile attempts to manage someone else's behavior. The beauty of this idea lies in its practicality. It reminds us that our happiness does not have to depend on how others treat us, but rather on how we interpret and respond to their actions. By adopting this mindset, we stop taking others' actions personally, which significantly reduces the emotional toll of conflicts or misunderstandings. This does not mean becoming cold or indifferent. Instead, it is about cultivating a sense of inner resilience and understanding that everyone operates from their own set of values, experiences, and struggles, many of which we may never fully comprehend. The dichotomy of control invites us to practice empathy, not as a way to fix others, but as a tool to accept them as they are while protecting our own peace. With this foundation, let us explore how these timeless Stoic teachings can be directly applied to the challenges of modern relationships. Now turning to practical ways you can manage stress in modern relationships using the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, let us consider a few key approaches. First, when dealing with difficult coworkers, remind yourself that their actions, words, or attitudes are entirely their own. Instead of reacting impulsively, focus on what you can control, such as how you communicate with them. Practice clear and calm expression, sticking to the facts rather than letting emotions take over. For example, if a coworker undermines your efforts, calmly address the issue with professionalism, perhaps by saying, "I noticed this happened, and I'd like to discuss how we can work together more effectively." This not only protects your peace, but also sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. In family conflicts, emotions often run high because of the close bonds we share. But even here, the dichotomy of control offers a powerful perspective. If a family member consistently dismisses your opinions or behaves in ways that frustrate you, focus on maintaining your own composure. Empathy can be a valuable tool. Try to understand where their behavior might be coming from without letting it dictate your emotions. At the same time, establish healthy boundaries to safeguard your well-being. For instance, you might limit the time spent on discussions that tend to escalate or approach sensitive topics with a calm, measured tone. Remember, you cannot force others to change, but you can choose to protect your emotional balance. Misunderstandings, whether with friends, colleagues, or loved ones, are another common source of stress. Here, the Stoic practice of detachment becomes vital. This does not mean withdrawing or becoming indifferent. Rather, it is about stepping back mentally to pause and reflect before reacting. If someone has misunderstood your intentions, resist the urge to react defensively. Instead, clarify your stance with kindness while letting go of any attachment to how they perceive you. For example, you might say, "I'm sorry if what I said was unclear. Let me explain what I meant." By focusing on honest communication rather than seeking validation, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional turmoil. Through all of this, detachment and empathy work hand in hand. Detachment allows you to maintain inner peace by not tying your happiness to others' actions. Meanwhile, empathy helps you see their struggles and perspectives without feeling the need to absorb or fix them. Together, these practices create a harmonious balance where you respect both yourself and those you interact with. Moving forward, let us explore the ancient Stoic idea of living in accordance with nature and how it can offer profound insights for achieving peace in the modern world. Now turning to the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, we uncover a timeless guide to reducing stress and finding harmony. At its core, this idea encourages us to align our actions and mindset with the natural order of the world. The Stoics believed that nature unfolds according to its own logic, with events following a flow beyond our control. Stress often arises when we resist this flow, clinging to our expectations or fighting against inevitable changes. Instead of wrestling with what cannot be altered, Stoicism invites us to accept life as it is, not as we wish it to be. To bring this concept into modern life, consider how often we stress over circumstances that are simply a part of human existence, things like aging, losing opportunities, or facing unexpected obstacles. Resisting these realities only deepens frustration. Instead, aligning with nature might look like embracing change as an opportunity to grow, understanding that setbacks are a natural part of life's rhythm. For instance, if you lose a job, instead of focusing solely on the loss, you could view it as a chance to explore new paths or rediscover dormant passions. By seeing life's shifts as natural and necessary, you release yourself from the mental burden of wishing things were different. Living in accordance with nature also means simplifying our desires to match what is essential. In a world that often values excess and speed, returning to simplicity can bring immense peace. The Stoics teach that we are naturally equipped with what we need to live well: our rational mind, our ability to make choices, and the capacity for virtues like kindness and honesty. By focusing on these essentials instead of chasing endless material goals or social approval, we remain grounded and less susceptible to stress caused by external pressures. One way to practice this principle is to spend time observing the natural world. Imagine watching seasons change, rivers flow, or trees shed their leaves. Nature illustrates that change is constant, always moving forward without resistance. By contemplating this, we can remind ourselves to adapt to life's changes as they come, just as the natural world does. Another approach is to pause and reflect when faced with challenges. Ask yourself, am I resisting something that is simply part of life's flow? If the answer is yes, then consider how acceptance might provide clarity or ease the tension. Resisting life's natural course often fuels stress, but accepting it helps us adapt with grace. Living in accordance with nature is ultimately about understanding that life, in all its unpredictability, is unfolding just as it should. It teaches us to let go of unnecessary resistance and embrace the beauty of what is. With this mindset, stress becomes less of a weight and more of a passing ripple in the larger current of life. Moving forward, we will dive deeper into the art of perspective and how broadening our view can transform how we face life's challenges. Moving forward, let's explore how we can find harmony in modern life by embracing the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature. One practical way to apply this idea is by simplifying our lives. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel overwhelmed by the constant demands of work, technology, and the pursuit of material success. Simplifying doesn't mean abandoning responsibilities, but rather identifying what truly matters and focusing on those essentials. For instance, consider decluttering your physical and mental space, letting go of possessions or commitments that no longer serve you. This creates room for clarity and a sense of calm, reducing unnecessary stress. Another powerful practice is spending time in nature. Nature offers a unique way to reconnect with the world's natural flow and rhythm. Take a walk in a park, sit by a river, or simply notice the gentle sway of trees in the wind. These moments remind us of the beauty in simplicity and how life continues moving forward regardless of obstacles. Observing nature can serve as a grounding experience, helping you detach from daily worries and align your thoughts with a calmer, more balanced state. Mindfulness practices also play a key role in fostering harmony. Pausing throughout the day to observe your thoughts and surroundings can shift your perspective. For example, practice mindful breathing, taking a few slow, deep breaths while focusing solely on the present moment. This not only calms the mind, but also reinforces the Stoic idea of accepting life as it is. Journaling can be another mindfulness tool, allowing you to reflect on your day and recognize areas where you may be resisting life's natural cycles. Writing down your thoughts can provide insight into how acceptance might replace stress with tranquility. Finally, accepting life cycles is essential to finding harmony. Life is ever-changing, marked by moments of growth, loss, success, and failure. Instead of fearing these changes, try viewing them as natural stages that shape your journey. For example, if a relationship ends, rather than focusing on the pain, recognize the lessons it brought and the possibility of new connections. Accepting these cycles doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but facing them with grace, understanding they are temporary moments in a much larger flow. By simplifying your life, spending time in nature, and practicing mindfulness, you can cultivate a sense of harmony that aligns with the Stoic philosophy. These actions empower you to live with greater peace, regardless of external circumstances. Next, we'll delve into the art of perspective and how zooming out to see the bigger picture can help us navigate life more calmly and effectively. Now turning to the art of perspective, let's explore how stepping back and viewing problems from a broader lens can transform the way we handle stress. The Stoics believed that many of life's frustrations stem from how we perceive events rather than the events themselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. This quote reminds us that by shifting our focus inward and re-evaluating how we interpret challenges, we can reclaim control over our emotional responses. Imagine a moment when something minor, like being stuck in traffic, feels overwhelmingly irritating. While the traffic itself is beyond your control, you do have the ability to change how you perceive the inconvenience. Instead of allowing frustration to build, consider the bigger picture. You might use this time to listen to an engaging podcast, reflect on your day, or simply practice patience. This shift in perspective helps minimize unnecessary stress, turning an unpleasant situation into an opportunity for calm and introspection. Similarly, when faced with larger life challenges, such as losing a job or encountering a conflict with a loved one, zooming out can be equally transformative. Rather than dwelling on immediate setbacks, try to see how these moments fit into the grander scheme of your life. Perhaps losing a job redirects you towards a more fulfilling career path or provides a chance to learn lessons you may not have encountered otherwise. Conflict with a loved one, when viewed through a broader lens, might reveal opportunities for growth, understanding, or strengthening the relationship in the long run. Practicing the art of perspective is not about minimizing the importance of struggles, but about recognizing that our current stressors are often fleeting in the context of our entire lives. When we step back and see the impermanence of most situations, it becomes easier to let go of the tension they create. This ability to zoom out encourages a sense of calm and clarity, empowering us to respond to difficulties with greater balance and resilience. By embracing this mindset, we allow ourselves to focus on what truly matters, rather than getting caught up in the minor details or temporary discomforts. This practice not only helps to manage stress, but also fosters a deeper appreciation for life's journey as a whole. Moving forward, we'll dive deeper into practical ways to broaden your perspective, ensuring you can navigate life's challenges with greater peace and confidence. Moving forward, let's explore practical methods to broaden your perspective and bring a sense of calm when faced with overwhelming situations. One effective practice is to imagine how the current stressor might appear 5 years from now. Think about it. Will this issue still hold the same weight in your life, or will it fade into the background as other events take precedence? Often, you'll realize that what feels so significant today will likely become a mere memory, barely worth a second thought in the grand scheme of things. This simple mental exercise can immediately reduce the intensity of your stress, reminding you that most challenges are temporary. Another powerful technique involves visualizing yourself as a third-party observer of your own life. Picture yourself watching your current situation as if it were happening to someone else. By stepping outside of your emotional bubble, you gain clarity and objectivity. What advice would you give this person? How might you encourage them to respond with composure and logic rather than letting emotions take over? This shift in viewpoint not only helps you detach from the stress, but also empowers you to tackle the issue with a clearer, more solution-focused mindset. Even during moments of acute stress, such as a heated argument or a looming deadline, these practices can be transformative. Take a moment to pause, breathe, and remind yourself that this situation is but one chapter in the much larger story of your life. By visualizing its diminished importance over time or observing it from an outsider's perspective, you create space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Over time, these shifts in perspective can help you approach life's challenges with a sense of balance and resilience. These techniques go beyond stress management. They invite you to cultivate a habit of seeing the bigger picture in every situation. By broadening your perspective, you not only reduce the weight of immediate stressors, but also strengthen your ability to navigate life with greater peace and confidence. Now let's delve into the next strategy, where we'll examine the power of focusing on virtue to add deeper meaning and purpose to every aspect of your life. Now turning to the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, let's explore the profound impact of focusing on virtue as a way to manage stress and lead a more meaningful life. Stoicism teaches us that living virtuously is the highest good, a way to rise above the chaos of daily life and find inner stability. The virtues of courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance form the foundation of this practice, guiding us to act in alignment with our deepest values rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Imagine a moment when stress seems to consume you, perhaps at work or in a personal relationship. Instead of fixating on the uncontrollable aspects of the situation, shift your focus inward and ask yourself, what is the most courageous, wise, fair, or temperate action I can take here? By redirecting your energy toward embodying these virtues, you naturally let go of superficial worries. For instance, stressing over a colleague's behavior becomes less significant when you center yourself on responding with fairness and understanding rather than frustration. The same applies to personal challenges. Choosing patience and wisdom in the face of adversity can transform tension into an opportunity for growth. When you make virtue your compass, you see the value in striving for excellence in your character, regardless of the outcome. This not only alleviates stress, but also cultivates a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Over time, you'll find that focusing on virtue replaces many of the trivial concerns that often weigh us down. It's not about being perfect, but about consistently aiming to act with integrity, a habit that builds resilience and peace of mind. Next, we'll explore how to apply this mindset to everyday life, turning challenging situations into opportunities to practice and strengthen these virtues. Moving forward, let's uncover how to bring the Stoic focus on virtue into the flow of daily life. Stressful moments are inevitable, yet they are the perfect training ground to practice the virtues that Stoicism champions. Imagine being stuck in traffic with the frustration rising as the minutes tick by. This is an opportunity to practice patience, a cornerstone of temperance, reminding yourself that getting upset won't clear a single car from the road. Instead, use the moment to breathe deeply and center your thoughts, appreciating the chance to exercise control over your reaction. Or picture a situation where someone speaks to you harshly. Instead of reacting impulsively, pause and consider how to respond with kindness and fairness, embodying justice rather than letting anger take charge. These deliberate choices to align your actions with virtue shift your focus away from external stressors and toward a sense of accomplishment rooted in your inner self. Over time, this habit builds resilience and offers a pathway to inner peace, as you realize your well-being doesn't depend on the behavior of others or uncontrollable circumstances. Such moments, while seemingly small, accumulate to create a life guided by purpose rather than stress. As you navigate your day, look for these opportunities to apply courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance in real time. Whether it's standing firm in a difficult decision at work or offering compassion to someone who seems difficult, every action aligned with virtue strengthens your character and reduces the weight of stress. By integrating this practice into everyday life, you create a steady foundation of calm and clarity, no matter what external challenges arise. Now, let's shift our attention to another timeless Stoic strategy, one that invites profound reflection and clarity, contemplating the inevitable nature of life's end and its transformative power to focus the mind. Now turning to the Stoic practice of Memento Mori, or reflecting on mortality, we delve into one of the most profound concepts in Stoicism. At first, the idea of contemplating death might seem unsettling, but for the Stoics, it was a powerful tool for living fully and intentionally. By regularly reminding themselves of life's impermanence, they gained clarity about what truly matters and shed unnecessary worries. Imagine pausing for a brief moment each day to reflect on the finite nature of life. Rather than feeling morbid, this practice sharpens your focus, helping you redirect energy from trivial concerns to the things that hold genuine value. For instance, when you consider that time with loved ones is limited, how much easier it becomes to let go of minor conflicts and instead cherish those moments. Marcus Aurelius framed it beautifully when he wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This recognition of mortality is not about fear, it's about empowerment. It encourages you to make conscious choices that align with your values, knowing that time wasted on petty frustrations or superficial pursuits is time you'll never recover. Picture yourself facing a stressful deadline at work. Instead of allowing anxiety to take over, reflecting on Memento Mori can shift your perspective, reminding you that the bigger picture of life far outweighs the temporary weight of this task. This mindset fosters gratitude for the present moment and a sense of calm in the face of challenges. The power of Memento Mori lies in its ability to strip away unnecessary distractions and allow you to focus on living with purpose, fully embracing the time you have. By practicing this regularly, you cultivate a life of meaning where stress is replaced with mindfulness and appreciation. With this strategy in mind, let's explore how to put this into practice in ways that encourage not only reflection but also gratitude and resilience. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's explore how to live fully with the Stoic practice of Memento Mori. One simple way to incorporate this into your daily life is by setting aside a quiet moment each morning or evening to consciously reflect on the temporary nature of life. During this time, consider how fleeting each day truly is and ask yourself, am I spending my time on what really matters? This small yet powerful habit can help you refocus your energy on meaningful actions and relationships, cutting through the noise of trivial stressors. Another effective approach is to keep a visual reminder of mortality in your daily environment. For example, some might choose to wear a piece of jewelry or keep an object nearby that symbolizes life's impermanence. Every glance at it serves as a nudge to appreciate the present more deeply. You could also practice this concept through journaling. Each day, write down one small moment you are grateful for and one area where you might be wasting precious energy on unimportant matters. Over time, these reflections can help you make more intentional choices, increasing your resilience to unnecessary stress. Imagine standing in the middle of a hectic day when everything feels overwhelming. Instead of letting frustration build, pause and remind yourself that most problems lose their weight when viewed through the lens of life's brevity. This mindset not only shifts your perspective but also fosters deep gratitude for what you have right now. Think about the time spent with family or friends. By remembering that these moments are finite, you naturally prioritize connection over conflict, laughter over resentment. The power of Memento Mori lies in its ability to reframe your mind, allowing you to let go of fear and worry while embracing life with purpose. Living with this awareness makes each decision, each interaction, and each moment more vivid and meaningful. As we continue, let's delve into the next transformative Stoic strategy and discover yet another timeless way to navigate the pressures of modern life. Now turning to the next empowering Stoic principle, let's explore the idea of letting go of attachment to outcomes. At the heart of this strategy lies a profound teaching from Epictetus: focus on your efforts, not the results. The Stoics understood that while we can control our actions and intentions, the outcomes are often influenced by external factors beyond our power. By clinging to specific results, we set ourselves up for frustration and disappointment when things don't go as planned. Instead, directing our energy toward doing the best we can in any given situation allows us to maintain inner peace regardless of the outcome. Imagine preparing diligently for a job interview or an important exam. You can research, practice, and give it your all, but the final decision might still hinge on circumstances you cannot foresee, like the interviewer's mood or other candidates' performances. If your sense of worth is tied to the result, rejection can feel devastating. But by shifting your focus to the effort you put into preparation, you reclaim your sense of accomplishment and resilience, knowing you did everything within your control. This mindset is freeing and reduces stress by preventing us from being overly invested in how things turn out. To practice this in everyday life, start by setting goals rooted in effort rather than results. For instance, if you're working on a creative project, focus on committing to 5 hours of focused work rather than obsessing over how it will be received by others. If you're trying to build healthier habits, aim to complete a daily walk rather than fixating on a specific number on the scale. Each day, remind yourself that real success lies in showing up and giving your best. Whenever you feel anxiety creeping in about an uncertain outcome, pause and ask yourself, have I done all I can within my control? This question serves as a grounding tool, helping you let go of the stress tied to results. It's not about lowering your standards or giving up ambition, it's about finding balance. By detaching from the outcome, you not only protect your mental well-being, but also cultivate a calm, steady focus that often leads to better overall results. With this timeless wisdom in mind, let's move on to the next transformative Stoic strategy to deepen our ability to handle stress with grace and resilience. Moving forward, let's deepen our understanding of mastering emotional detachment by exploring how to set goals without becoming overly attached to the outcomes. To truly embrace this practice, begin by shifting your focus from external rewards to personal growth and effort. One powerful exercise is to reframe your objectives. Instead of saying, "I want to win this competition," try, "I want to perform to the best of my ability in this competition." This subtle change nudges your mind to prioritize the process over the result. Athletes, for instance, often adopt this mindset to excel under pressure. Imagine a marathon runner whose primary goal is not finishing first but running with consistent effort and improving their personal time. By focusing on factors within their control like pacing and endurance, they reduce the stress of comparing themselves to others and find greater satisfaction in their progress. Likewise, artists often strive to remain immersed in their craft rather than obsessing over public reception. Consider a painter who pours their heart into a piece, valuing the joy of creation over fears of how critics might respond. This mindset not only nurtures creativity but also protects inner peace. To practice this in your own life, spend time identifying areas where you might be overly attached to outcomes. Then, redesign your goals to center on actions you can control rather than external results. For example, if you're learning a new skill, focus on dedicating 30 minutes a day to practice, rather than worrying about achieving mastery within a certain time frame. Reinforce this approach with a grounding ritual. At the end of each day, reflect on your efforts rather than the results. Ask yourself, did I do my best today? This habit shifts your attention away from external validation and toward the satisfaction of knowing you gave it your all. Over time, this practice strengthens emotional resilience and reduces the anxiety tied to uncontrollable factors. By learning to set goals rooted in effort and embracing the process, you'll find a sense of freedom that empowers you to navigate challenges with less stress and newfound confidence. Now, as we carry this lesson forward, let's uncover another profound Stoic principle that can further enrich our ability to handle life's uncertainties. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's explore the Stoic principle known as the discipline of desire. At its core, this strategy invites us to reflect on what we truly need versus what we simply want. The Stoics believed that excessive desire often leads to dissatisfaction, as the more we crave, the less content we feel with what we already have. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This reminds us that true wealth lies in needing less rather than accumulating endlessly. To reduce stress linked to unfulfilled desires, the Stoics encouraged simplifying our wants and focusing on essentials. Imagine someone endlessly upgrading their phone, always chasing the latest model. The satisfaction from each purchase fades quickly, replaced by the desire for the next release. Now compare this with someone who finds joy in making the most of what they already own, appreciating its usefulness instead of feeling deprived. The latter is free from the stress of constant craving. This principle applies to various aspects of life, from material possessions to career ambitions. Desiring less does not mean suppressing all aspirations, but rather aligning them with what genuinely contributes to well-being. For instance, instead of yearning for a high-paying job purely for the paycheck, imagine pursuing meaningful work that aligns with your values. This shift not only reduces stress but also fosters a sense of purpose. To practice the discipline of desire, start by identifying areas where unnecessary cravings may be causing discontent. Take a moment to ask, is this something I truly need, or is it something I have been conditioned to want? Consider decluttering your living space as a tangible exercise. By letting go of excess possessions, you create room for gratitude toward what remains. Another practical step is practicing mindful spending, focusing on experiences or items that genuinely enrich your life. Over time, reducing unneeded desires fosters inner peace and frees your mind from the stresses of chasing what might never satisfy. By embracing the discipline of desire, you open the door to a life that feels lighter, freer, and more fulfilling. As we pivot to the next timeless lesson from the Stoics, let's uncover a practice that brings even greater clarity and appreciation to our daily lives. Now turning to how we can simplify our modern desires, let's focus on practical steps that align with the Stoic philosophy of wanting less. One effective approach is decluttering your living space. When you eliminate items that no longer serve a purpose, you not only free up physical space but also create mental clarity. This act of letting go sharpens your appreciation for the essentials and helps you resist the temptation to accumulate more. For instance, consider starting small, perhaps with your wardrobe or desk. Ask yourself, does this item truly add value to my life? You might be surprised by how much lighter you feel after parting with the things that no longer align with your needs. Another way to simplify desires is by prioritizing necessities over luxuries. This does not mean denying yourself comfort, but rather recognizing what is essential for your well-being. When you focus on meeting genuine needs, you avoid the stress that comes from chasing fleeting wants. Even something as simple as preparing meals at home instead of dining out frequently can highlight how fulfilling simplicity can be. Practicing mindful spending is also a powerful tool. Before making a purchase, pause to reflect. Am I buying this because it truly enriches my life, or am I trying to fill a temporary void? Redirecting your resources toward meaningful experiences, like learning a new skill or spending time with loved ones, not only saves money but also creates lasting joy. Lastly, reducing consumerism by adopting habits like repairing rather than replacing can help you break free from the cycle of constant consumption. By focusing on these practical steps, you align yourself more closely with the Stoic ideal of needing less and appreciating more. This not only lifts the burden of unnecessary stress, but also nurtures a sense of contentment and gratitude. With these insights taking root, let's move forward to explore another timeless practice that promises to deepen our appreciation for life's gifts. Now turning to the practice of gratitude, let's explore why it holds such an essential place in Stoicism. When we focus on what we have rather than lamenting what we lack, we shift our perspective in a way that can dramatically reduce stress. According to the Stoics, gratitude is not merely a feel-good exercise. It is a disciplined practice of recognizing the abundance already present in our lives. Consider the wisdom of Seneca, who reminds us that true wealth lies not in having much but in appreciating what we already possess. By cultivating this mindset, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. For example, take a moment to reflect on the simple yet profound things in your life: a roof over your head, a warm meal, the companionship of friends or family. These are all treasures that we often overlook while chasing after what we think we need to be happy. Gratitude redirects our energy away from stress-inducing comparisons or unmet expectations and anchors us in the present moment. The power of gratitude becomes even more evident when we make it a daily habit. Imagine starting each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be monumental. Even appreciating a good conversation, a sunny day, or your favorite cup of tea can be transformative. This simple practice rewires your brain to notice and cherish the positives, gradually reducing feelings of stress and dissatisfaction. Moreover, expressing gratitude to others, whether through a kind word or a heartfelt note, deepens connections and fosters a sense of shared humanity. It not only uplifts you but also strengthens your relationships, creating a ripple effect of positivity. By practicing gratitude consistently, you align with a Stoic principle that has the power to shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. With this enriching outlook, let's delve deeper into how we can integrate gratitude into our daily lives to transform our perspective further. Now turning to cultivating gratitude daily, consider how simple yet impactful practices can make gratitude a consistent part of your life. One effective method is maintaining a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 to 5 things that brought you joy or peace, no matter how small they may seem. This habit not only helps you focus on the positives, but also serves as a powerful reminder during challenging times that there is always something to be thankful for. Another approach is to express appreciation directly to those around you. Whether it is a heartfelt compliment, a quick message, or even just saying thank you with sincerity, These gestures strengthen relationships and create a sense of mutual respect and warmth. Additionally, take a moment each morning to visualize the people, experiences, and opportunities that enrich your life. Starting your day with this intentional gratitude sets a positive tone and can make you more resilient to daily stressors. You can also incorporate gratitude into shared moments with others, like family dinners or gatherings, by encouraging everyone to share one thing they are grateful for that day. This not only fosters a collective sense of thankfulness, but also deepens your connection with those you care about. Remember, the key is consistency. Gratitude is most powerful when it becomes a habit, a lens through which you naturally view the world. Over time, this practice reorients your mind to focus less on what is lacking and more on the abundance already around you. By weaving gratitude into your daily life, you are not just reducing stress, you are embracing a richer, more fulfilling perspective that aligns beautifully with the wisdom of the Stoics. Moving forward, let us explore the next profound cornerstone of Stoic thought, the value of silence, and how it serves as a sanctuary for the stressed mind. Now turning to the value of silence, the Stoics believed deeply in the restorative power of solitude and quiet reflection. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, they saw silence as a sanctuary for the mind. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, often spoke of the importance of retreating inward to find tranquility. He reminded himself and us that true peace is not found in escaping the external world, but in cultivating an inner calm that remains unshaken by it. This practice of stepping away from the chaos of daily life, even for a brief moment, allows the mind to reset, to let go of mental clutter, and to rediscover clarity. Silence also provides the space necessary for self-awareness. It is in those quiet moments that we can observe our thoughts without judgment, reflect on our actions, and reconnect with our values. The Stoics used this stillness to pause and ask themselves key questions. Am I living according to my principles? Am I reacting emotionally where I could instead respond with reason? Silence is not just the absence of noise, it is the presence of mindfulness. By consciously creating these moments of quiet and solitude, we give ourselves the chance to process emotions, restore energy, and approach challenges with renewed strength and perspective. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. By embracing silence, we create a space where stress begins to dissipate and wisdom has room to grow. With this in mind, let us move forward to explore how we can embrace silence in our modern lives and transform it into a powerful tool for reducing stress and achieving inner balance. Moving forward, let us explore how to embrace silence in today's noisy and fast-paced world. One of the simplest ways is to start small by carving out a few moments of intentional silence each day. This could be as easy as turning off your phone, computer, and television for a short period and simply sitting in stillness. In these moments, allow yourself to step away from the constant influx of information and distractions. For many, meditation can be a powerful practice to cultivate this habit of silence. You do not need any special skills or tools to begin meditating. Just find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day of mindful breathing can help clear mental clutter and bring a sense of calm. Another effective approach is to establish screen-free periods during your day. For example, set aside time in the morning or evening to disconnect from all devices. Use this time to journal, read a book, or simply reflect. These intentional breaks from digital noise help your mind reset and prevent stress from building up. Spending time in nature is also an extraordinary way to embrace silence. Whether it is a walk in the park, a hike in the forest, or sitting by a quiet lake, nature naturally quiets the mind and provides a sense of peace. Observing the stillness around you can inspire inner stillness as well. Even in the busiest environments, you can find moments of silence. For example, turn your commute into a quiet retreat by resisting the urge to scroll through your phone or listen to the news. Instead, use this time to observe your thoughts, practice gratitude, or simply enjoy the silence. By consciously creating these pockets of quiet in your day, you build a habit of stillness that not only reduces stress but also enhances your ability to think clearly and respond to life's challenges with greater composure. Silence, in this sense, becomes a tool for mental resilience and emotional balance, helping you face the noise of the world with a calm and centered mind. Now, let us turn our attention to the final Stoic strategy, a profound acceptance of life's ever-changing nature and how embracing change can lead to a more peaceful existence. Now turning to the final strategy, let us delve into the Stoic acceptance of change and its profound impact on managing stress. The ancient Stoics taught that change is not only inevitable but also essential to life itself. Heraclitus' famous words, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man," capture this essence beautifully. The river flows, constantly renewing itself, just as we humans are continually evolving with each passing moment. Resisting this natural flow of life only amplifies stress. Instead, by embracing change, we align ourselves with the rhythm of existence, finding peace in the understanding that nothing remains static. Picture moments in your own life when change felt overwhelming, a job transition, the end of a relationship, or moving to a new place. These shifts might have initially seemed daunting, yet they likely offered opportunities for growth, new perspectives, or even unexpected joy. The Stoics believed that every change, no matter how challenging, carries the potential for transformation. By reframing change as a chance to learn and adapt, we shift from fear to curiosity. One practical way to embrace change is to practice flexibility in daily life. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts when faced with unexpected situations. Do you immediately react with frustration or resistance? Instead, pause and reflect on how this change might benefit you or help you grow. For instance, if plans fall apart, view this as an opening to try something new or simply enjoy a moment of rest. Small shifts in perspective build resilience over time and reduce the fear of uncertainty. Journaling can also be a helpful tool to process and understand changes in your life. Write down your feelings about a recent change, both the positive and the negative. This practice not only clarifies your emotions but also reveals patterns of growth that you might have overlooked. With this mindset, you begin to see change not as an interruption, but as an integral part of life's unfolding story. Lastly, cultivate gratitude for the impermanence of life. Recognize that because nothing is permanent, each moment carries greater significance. Whether it is cherishing time with loved ones, appreciating the beauty of nature, or finding joy in simple daily routines, impermanence reminds us to focus on what truly matters. By embracing the ever-changing nature of life, you free yourself from the stress of clinging to what was or fearing what might be. Instead, you find peace in the present and strength to navigate whatever lies ahead. In this way, the Stoic acceptance of change becomes not just a strategy for managing stress, but a profound philosophy for living a meaningful and harmonious life. As the next phase of the journey unfolds, let us explore how thriving through change can transform anxiety into an opportunity for growth. Life's impermanence, while often unsettling, can be a powerful source of calm when we learn to work with it rather than against it. Think about it, uncertainty is not inherently stressful. It is our resistance to it, our clinging to familiar patterns, that creates tension. By adopting an attitude of curiosity instead of apprehension, we can turn the unknown into a canvas of possibility. Approach each transition as an adventure, a chance to uncover new aspects of yourself and the world around you. When faced with change, begin by asking, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How might this help me grow?" Such questions shift your mindset from one of fear to one of openness. For example, if you are starting a new job, instead of dwelling on what you left behind, focus on the skills you will gain, the people you will meet, and the fresh experiences awaiting you. This reframing not only alleviates stress but also builds confidence in your ability to adapt. Another practice to support resilience during transitions is to embrace small, manageable changes in your daily life. This can be as simple as taking a different route to work, trying a new hobby, or switching up your routine. Regularly stepping out of your comfort zone trains your mind to view change as a normal and even exciting part of life, making larger transitions feel less intimidating. Equally important, fostering a strong sense of self can anchor you amidst life's shifts. The Stoics emphasize that our character, our values, and our virtues remain steady regardless of external changes. Reflect on what genuinely matters to you, your principles, your aspirations, and the kind of person you want to be. When you are rooted in these inner constants, the external flux of life becomes far less overwhelming. Finally, practice self-compassion. Change can be challenging, and it is natural to feel uncertain or even afraid. Instead of judging yourself for these emotions, treat them as signals that you are stepping into new territory, which is inherently part of growth. Remind yourself that every ending is also a beginning, and that each step, no matter how small, contributes to your journey. With these approaches, thriving through change becomes more than just enduring transitions. It becomes a celebration of life's dynamic and ever-evolving nature. By cultivating resilience and curiosity, you align with the Stoic wisdom that life's impermanence is not a source of stress but a reminder to live fully and authentically in each moment. Now turning to the conclusion, let us take a moment to reflect on the timeless wisdom shared in these 15 ancient Stoic strategies to manage stress. From acknowledging what is within your control to embracing life's impermanence, these principles offer practical tools to navigate the challenges of modern life with resilience and calm. Each strategy holds the potential to transform how you respond to stress, whether it's through reframing obstacles as opportunities, practicing gratitude, or finding peace in silence. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. It is not about perfection but about progress, about choosing to live thoughtfully and intentionally. As you move forward, consider starting with one or two strategies that resonate most with your own journey. Perhaps you'll begin by reflecting on what truly matters to you, or maybe you'll explore the power of perspective by stepping back from life's stresses. Small, consistent steps can lead to profound changes over time. Remember, this is not about overhauling your life overnight, but about cultivating habits that support your well-being and inner strength. We hope this video has inspired you to see stress not as an enemy, but as a teacher guiding you toward growth. If you found value in these Stoic strategies, we invite you to join the conversation. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts or which principle you plan to implement first. And if you enjoyed this journey into Stoic wisdom, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and remember to embrace each moment fully with courage and clarity.